We always read your comments and listen to your feedback. Recently, we did an MPG loop with this truck, our long-term 2019 Ram Rebel, and we messed up a little bit. So in this video, part 3, we're gonna do it again and address your feedback as well. We have almost 3,800 miles, and you guys been asking us to do another MPG loop, and this is precisely why we're doing this test. Under the hood is a 5.7 liter Hemi with the e-torque electric motor, and the total system power rating is 395 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque. There's something else interesting about this Ram Rebel right here. As of now, you cannot order a brand new 2019 Ram Rebel or a Ram 1500 off-road package with the Hemi and e-torque. I ended up with 16.8 MPG.
Ooh, that's not very good.
I'm surprised in a bad way.
Yeah, that's worse than the first test we did.
In part 2, when we were filming, I was using the manual shift mode to show you guys what gear I was in. But I did not know that using the 8th gear in manual mode also disables cylinder deactivation with this 5.7 liter Hemi. So in this video I'm gonna correct that problem, and I'm gonna leave it in drive mode purely, and we'll see the difference between what I did in part 2 and what I'm doing now. I'm getting on the highway, same procedure. I'm gonna set the cruise control to 70 miles an hour and leave it in drive. I'm using the same method for this loop as I did the previous time. Same route, 70 miles an hour. Cruise control set. I'm leaving it in drive. We always read your comments, your feedback on our videos and also on our website. And this is a big reason why we're redoing the MPG loop for part 3 here. Not just to fix the mistake, but also to address some of your feedback. You guys talked about the octane level. I'm using 87 octane for this loop because it's mid-grade for us here in Colorado, considering our elevation. I know that Ram recommends 89 octane in general at sea level for the truck. 87 octane will work here for our case because we don't have an 89 here at the Colorado fuel station. A lot of you have said that the e-torque system is not for fuel efficiency. Well, Ram markets it exactly for fuel efficiency. Yes, it may not help completely at highway speeds right now, but e-torque system does more than just, auto start stop in traffic and helping you get going at slower speeds. It also smooths out shifts. It also allows for the cylinder deactivation system to work a little bit more often. The truck with its new frame and anti-vibration modules on the frame that cancel out some of the vibrations when the truck is in 4-cylinder mode. I have reached the midpoint of the loop. I went about 49 miles. Now I have to go 49 miles the other way to complete the loop on the highway. I'm on a slight downhill, and this is the first time I've seen the eco light. Eco right there, which means the truck is driving in a more economical fashion, but I haven't touched any of the controls. I'm still in drive and cruise control set at 70.
Hey guys, Tommy here, and in the last video I reviewed and responded to a lot of comments, and I want to clarify some stuff just a little bit farther on what I was noticing. First of all, is this rating right here on the sticker. See that? 17 city, 22 highway, 19 combined. And this sticker is for a 2019 Ram Rebel 1500. There's no asterisk saying this sticker is for a 2019 Ram 4-wheel drive with 321s and no off-road package. No. The EPA has certified this 2019 Ram Rebel at 17 city, 19 combined, and 22 highway. So as a consumer, when I walk into a dealership, because of this certification, I expect that a Ram Rebel with an e-torque is going to get 17 city, 22 highway, 19 combined. Now the way the EPA works is pretty interesting. First of all, I want to break a common misconception here. The EPA doesn't necessarily test the truck. I recently had a really cool experience to talk in depth with one of the big three on how the EPA ratings work, and as a simplified version, here's how it goes. The manufacturer chooses a truck and they run it through a series of tests and they compile a ton of data and they claim a number. Now the EPA then looks at that mountain of data and can do one of three things. They can either A, accept that MPG rating, they can B, ask for more data so they can further review and decide on an MPG rating, or they can C, test the truck themselves. It's really up to the manufacturer what truck they choose to be certified. And a manufacturer can rate multiple trucks for different ratings. And this makes sense because think about all the configurations available. Now I'll give you some examples of how this is done. For example, a Ram 4-wheel drive is rated differently than a Ram 2-wheel drive. A Ford F-150 Raptor with a 3.5 liter EcoBoost is rated differently than a regular Ford F-150 with a 3.5 liter EcoBoost. Now a more direct comparison is the Chevrolet Silverado Trail Boss, the direct competitor with the Rebel, is rated differently than a standard Chevrolet 4-wheel drive. Which means that Chevrolet looked at the data and said, look, the Trail Boss is a different truck. It's going to get different fuel economy than a standard 4-wheel drive. We're going to go ahead and derate it. Now Ram didn't do this on this truck. They say that this number right here applies to every Ram 4-wheel drive with a V8 e-torque. So be it a Laramie, a Longhorn, or a Rebel. So there's no asterisk saying 2019 Ram Rebel will get 17 city, 22 highway, 19 combined. By the way, this result is only for a tradesman with 321 rear end and no options. No, this is what this truck is certified. I want to make that very clear. Now, the whole reason that this process exists is because back in the mid-1970s, manufacturers came out and said just about anything they wanted about their vehicles in terms of MPG ratings. A manufacturer could come out, test it with the skinniest guy like me in the driver's seat with no fuel and no options and say, in a straight line, our car will get 80 miles per gallon. But of course, people thought that was false advertising. So that's where the EPA came in and said, no, we have to actually certify that these results are correct for this given vehicle.
I made it back to the pump and trip meter says 16.7. This is worse than last time when the trip meter said 17.5. So let's get to the bottom of it at the pump. Okay, so I filled up again at the very end of the run. Topped off after 30 seconds, same procedure once again. Final amount of gallons I used, 5.484. So let's do the calculation once again. 98 miles divided by 5.484 equals 17.8. That's 1 MPG better than last time, 16.8. So the computer was off again, but in the other direction. And I picked up what? Just under 10% improvement. So the cylinder deactivation actually does help. In this case, same pump, same route, slightly better MPG, but it's no better than we did on Moab trip, which was 17.9. So I think about 18 on the highway is where the Rebel likes to be. So if you take the 16.8 result I got last time versus 17.8 I got this time, it's about a 6% improvement. So that is the result on our loop here. You guys saw that. 16.8 is the result I got last time. I intermittently used the manual shift mode in the transmission. This time left the transmission in drive, left it alone. 17.9 if you round it up, which is about 6% better over 100 miles. That's a noticeable improvement when you consider the cylinder deactivation at work right here. Okay, so 17.9 is a better result with cylinder deactivation.
Right.
But it's still not 22.
Yeah, we're still, 18, 19% off what the EPA says this truck should get on the highway. So it's still got a while to go before we're at the 22 number.
Yes, and the numbers speak for themselves.
Right, so slight improvement over our last test. Thank you guys for all your comments, but we're still not there.
And go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world fuel economy tests.